sit back and relax for an evening with the Thamesmen.
Hi, welcome. We are the Thamesmen.
Hello, George. How are you?
I love our matching backdrops. That's lovely.
I know.
Really lovely.
I know.
I didn't know you liked Green Day, though. That's
wow. You know, I didn't know who was the one that you had. Judy, what's her name?
Judy Collins, but I'm not
Judy
telling
Collins.
You. Oh, God,
Judy Collins.
Judy Collins was good.
Let's not drag that up straight away
Judy
now.
Collins versus Judy Collins off or something.
Oh, there were, yes. You know who will win? Judy Collins, because no one else listens to her.
Absolute winner.
Right. This is going to be an interesting one. Manchester, Madchester. So we're both going to pick tracks from Manchester.
Manchester off, isn't it? So yeah. So I'm going first. And I am going for the Manchester's band, Oasis.
Oh,
and the track I've chosen is actually it's been requested by a couple of people, but it has been requested by a fellow Thamesman, a man we grew up with. Mr. Richard Weller. Who actually
is his album cover? Didn't you have it up there? Life in a Bedroom?
It appears at some point. But yeah, he appears in one of our earlier videos where Alex was keyboard player and Mr. Richard Weller was the lead singer. So anyway, he has requested this very specifically because it reminds him of being 20 years old and waking up in his bedroom. And so it is Oasis. It's Rock and Roll Star, which is absolute, you know.
Is it their first track off their first album?
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know. But I love this song. I love
real
this
anthem
song.
for them, though, isn't it? You know, and so this one is a live version of it. It's Live by the Sea, recorded in 1995, so.
All right, this is going to be interesting. Never seen this.
You've never seen this?
This is going to be fantastic.
I just got to get.
I'm a rock and roll star. This one's for Into the Music, Chris, because he, Greg, is it, or is it Chris? Chris loves Oasis.
Chris, he doesn't like Oasis, does he?
No.
And he's now scared to go to Manchester in case they beat him up. So, yeah.
He hasn't worked out that he's American yet. Yeah, they'll just beat him up for that.
No, they like English like Americans. Do you remember? They're still, it's like, there's a weird sort of thing where England have the cultural cringe, but then when Americans come over, they have a lovely time, you know? So.
Well, all right. Maybe we should leave it in the comments. Anyone from Manchester, would you beat him up or not? Because he's American. All right.
Don't encourage them, Alex. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
3,
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
1, go.
I've never seen this.
Liam is excellent.
just rock and roll. It's just rock and roll. It's just rock and roll. It's just rock and roll. Thank you very much.
What an ending, eh? What an ending.
What a great ending! What a great rendition! Yeah, God, they were young, huh?
That was, and they are rock and roll stars. Let's face it, they are
Yeah, they're rock and roll stars. That was good at Southend. Come on, Southend! Biggest thing that ever happened at Southend.
Oh, I don't know.
That was great.
That was
I never really paid attention, and someone in that band did pay attention to their guitar tone, because the last two tracks I've listened to Oasis and the one before, they do manage a wall of sound.
Yeah. They
Must
really
be
did.
Bonehead. It must be that guy Bonehead, the guitarist.
It was great, and that was. I tell you what, I was thinking as I was watching it. I miss being in hot, sweaty, loud, distorted gigs with 1,000 people, just like singing along, and I really miss it. I really.
It's coming.
like
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming soon. Don't worry. We'll be there.
We'll be the old.
But I know what you mean.
They go, who the hell's this guy?
I did have trouble with the drummer.
Really? Why?
Yeah, he just wasn't fluid. It's just like there was so much mist on that, But I'm picking. I mean, I thought, still it was the attitude. And I thought Liam was great. I know Chris from the other channel doesn't like it. He doesn't like the way he sings. The way he sings, I love, and it's the attitude he gives.
I love the attitude. And he's like brilliant, and that was a great performance by Liam. That really was. He was like,
we have an expression in England. I don't think it equates over here in the US, but it's like he's a cocky git, right? And cocky git, it means like he's up there. He's like, yeah, come on, I don't care what you throw at me, and he's got it. He goes out there. He's just a cocky git, and you can't
exactly,
really. That doesn't translate too well over here. What is a cocky git in America?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe put it down below. Tell us what a cocky git is in American, so we could learn.
Maybe that's just Americans.
No, I don't. I think. Well, maybe. I mean, let's face it. Americans have way more confidence and like pizzazz about getting up there and just going, "That's the way it should be."
No,
While
I know.
I'm sort of restrained, and so having somebody who sticks their head above the parapet is unusual.
Yeah, and in that nice tone, we've just called the whole of America cocky gits. But no, in that
the nicest possible way.
That all that get up and go, and I can give it a go, and it's got. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe that's the American dream. Oh my God, Liam's the American dream.
Well, I doubt. I don't think you'd take kindly to that, probably. But there is definitely a confidence in America that a lot of English people don't stick their heads up in some ways, I think. And then that's why we kind of respect those people who do, maybe. I'm only making a theory as I go along, but...
Maybe we hide behind the music, and that's why the music is so good in England.
Maybe that's why we invented shoegazing, where we stare at the floor and just like...
Well, that's it. We're just full of anxiety and underconfident, so we invented shoegazing to avoid eye contact, which is very English.
And also go to like counsellors who, or psychiatrists and things, because that's a really unheard of thing in England as well, really, isn't it? I mean, it's...
No, you just quietly suffer in England. Everyone's got slight mental health issues under that weather.
Or drinks heavily, possibly.
That's Scotland, because the weather gets a little bit worse up there.
Definitely a little bit worse. But it's a beautiful place, Scotland. Beautiful.
It is.
Great whiskey.
Shall we take a quick break?
Yep, let's take a quick break for our sponsors, and then we'll be right back, and we'll get on to the next stage. Excellent.
All right.
Melissa, Mr. Yakitori and his aides.
Yokoso.
No, sweetie, Japanese. Play this right, there's a scooter each. We just ordered our traditional drink, Chisano Bianco. Oh, a fusion of superb Italian wines and aromatic herbs. One of our most refined European customs. Oh! think they like you, Marissa.
Excellent. Well, thank you for that. So I think that
So,
was...
so you think you got the winning track?
I think I've got. Well, Manchester versus Manchester. I mean, it's all about a band who can cut it live. I would suggest.
No, because my band I'm going to pick can't play freaking live, but they're studio masters.
Well, it's like you have said many times on this program. We watch live videos because that's the proof of a band. Is that what you said?
No. I said
if I went back through our 90 episodes, I'm sure I could find like 3 or 4 references to you saying we watch live because that
you
is
can't
the way
hide
the
if you
band
know.
cuts.
I tell you what, but I know what track. You know what track I'm doing. The band I'm doing afterwards.
Told me, really.
Viewers going to have to move on. But when you think of Manchester, those are the 2 bands that led. So I'm interested. Putting my band next to yours. So let's see what your scores got.
Okay,
and then see if my band can do it.
Time for Wangers. You can take off. Excellent. Right. Time to get some scores on the doors. So, I tell you, it must be getting near the end of the month. I'm running out of little white strips and space on our laser scoreboard Mark II.
We've done all those videos that month. We've done all.
A month.
We work hard.
We do work hard for 0 money, which is the weirdest thing, really, isn't it? So
yeah, but it's all about love of the music, mate.
Well, it's all about having fun and hanging out with mates. And so, and by the way, like and subscribe and keep commenting. Your comments are the thing that we send back some forwards each day. We chat to each other. We love them. If you get a funny reply, that's Alex. If you get an incredibly sensible reply, that's generally me. So just keep it up. We love it. So
George is the funny one in the group, and I'm the sex object for the video.
I think he's got it mixed up.
If it's not this, it's a boy band in Tokyo. So keep me employed in the Thamesmen. I don't know if I could do those flips anymore.
What was my track? Rock and roll star.
I'm not going to do a Manchester accent. I really want to try a Manchester accent. I can't do a Manchester accent.
Do not do it. Otherwise, I'll do it, and then we'll just be a mess. Okay, so right,
Hey.
I picked this one. You got to go first. The scores. Go.
Don't do it. Right.
Don't do it.
Freaking great band. Grew up on it. It really was, as our friend Rich said, it reminds him of being in his 20s. Looking fly in your suit. Jeez, where'd you bring this? This is an 8.7.
8.7. Okay, all right.
That's out of respect because it's Oasis. I like other tracks. That one's got a lot for me, but that's a good track. 8.7.
Yeah, I think you're right. It is. It's an absolute. Is it like up there with our our Pink Floyds and our some of the other things?
Led Zepp's.
I think 8.8 for me. It's going to be an 8.8. Is a fair score. So let's total it up, and
That's a semi-flaccid score.
Well, it's pretty good. So, are you ready? Let's get the calculator going. That's a 17.5, I think.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Right? That's not bad. That's respectable. Let's see where that lands on our laser scoreboard Mark II. Oh, actually, we don't even have a fight on this one because it's going to drop between 2.
Nice.
Oh, look. So that is between our Bowie, Man Who Sold the World, and our Prince Creep. So
that's where it should be. That's where it should be. It can't be over Bowie. It can't be over Bowie, but it could,
It is over Bowie, but because that Bowie version was. Sorry.
Yes.
But that Bowie, if you watch our cover versus cover, it was good, but it wasn't the best Bowie.
Yeah,
It was
I agree.
but not.
I agree. No, that's cool. That's in a good place.
I think
Great.
It's fine. Excellent. All right.
So, Part 2 of Manchester versus Manchester is coming up. Looking forward to it.
See if they can play live. Excellent. All right. Catch you later. See you on the flip side.
Well, let's now look at tomorrow evening, which begins in Stafford, a busy county town from where Sally Magnuson introduces Songs of Praise at 6:40. It's then out into the country for a taste of the last of the summer wine, when Compo, Clegg and Foggy find themselves involved in some tricky car manoeuvres. Mastermind is at 7:45, when 4 more first-round winners compete for a place in the final. At 8:15, there's a major new drama production with an all-star cast led by Eleanor Bron and Ian Charlson in Turgenev's A Month in the Country. Following the news at 10:20, Sheila Walsh introduces the Rock Gospel Show at 10:30. Tomorrow's special guest is Larry Norman, the man credited with inventing Christian rock and roll. By the way, viewers in Scotland have their own programme at this time. The Coming of Age looks at the predicament of being an old person who loses a partner. That's at 11:05. While at 11:35, Roy Castle introduces the Stance Family of Leicester, a family band. Well, that's tomorrow here on BBC One. And let's look at the weather. Another rather cold and often cloudy day is expected, and many places will have blustery showers. However, during the day the showers will become fewer and lighter from the west, where there'll be sunshine at times, and strong northwesterly winds will slowly decrease. Now, that's the weather. Well, the time now approaching 1 minute to 1. And for all of those of you who stay up during the night and go to bed before sunrise, don't forget our colleagues on Radio 2, not a vampire among them. They're there with music and conversation for you all the way through the night. But from me, Richard Straker, on behalf of all of my colleagues, I wish you a very warm and peaceful good night.